Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my presentation. So here is the title of my presentation. Is it possible? Promoting student interaction in online learning. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. I'm Bernard Richard Nainggolan. I am a magister student of English Education Department, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. So let's start the presentation with background of study. So since March 2020, pandemic of COVID-19 has forced schools and educational institutions to switch their learning system into online. So this results in dramatic changes in the learning and teaching approach to online learning environments, which are known as the asynchronous, synchronous, and hybrid learning environments. So this study aims to investigate to what extent online learning during pandemic COVID-19 can promote student interaction, especially in teaching speaking. This research is also to see the potential activities that can promote student interaction during online learning. And the formulated research question is, what were the teachers' strategies to promote student interaction in distant learning? So let's continue with the literature review. Basically, I use two theory of the literature review. The first is the student interaction. The second is the communicative language teaching. So let's discuss what is the students' interaction. So first, by Rivers, 1987, the student interaction is the involvement of expressions and the comprehension. So in this expressions and comprehension involvement, participants will engage in some activities such as listening, talking to others, negotiating meaning in a shared context. And the second, uh, the student interaction idea provided by Swain is that it is a mini laboratory for language. So as a mini laboratory for language, the interaction will allow the participants to discover their new language when they use it, or when they use it as a communication. The third is that student interaction is to let the student focus on meaning, negotiate, attempt to produce language, especially when the students are engaging in a meaningful communication, to give others opportunities for mistake correction, to express ideas collaboratively. Well, the following is the benefits of student interaction. So based on some scholars, there are some benefits of the student interaction for the students. Especially we are now focusing on teaching speaking. So students will get more chance to talk, and then student will experiment, and then they will learn from their mistake, and then they will consolidate from what they have just learned, and then students are given much time to socialize, and this is quite important, especially in speaking. Students with a higher anxiety could be helped by student interaction, because this student interaction will decrease the anxiety in the language practice. The following is the significance of communicative language teaching in teaching speaking. So the communicative language teaching approach are achieved by games, role play, peer group, information gap, jigsaw, etc. Uh, are proof to improve the speaking skills of students. So here are some studies supporting the idea of CLT to improve student speaking. So here are the methods. It's a case study. So the case study is a in an English course, there is a conversation class in a language center. The reason choosing this class is because this class has switched the system from offline to online since March 2020. And then the class also adopted the flip classroom, in which there are three stages of learning. The first is the pre-learning, and then while, and then the post. So the while is in the form of synchronous, the pre and post are in the form of asynchronous. So that is the reason. And of course, the reason, and the most important is it is a speaking class. So the data are collected by online class observation and then surveyed to 5 students. So this is a very small class with 5 students. So the survey were distributed to all the students, and then the teachers interview. So let's come to the findings and discussion. So there are some findings. The first, the task given in the asynchronous before the Zoom session is becoming the input for the teacher-student interaction and also student-student interaction. So without student doing these pre-activities, probably they will have problems in the while activities or in the Zoom activities. The second, during the Zoom session, the teacher-student interaction was still there, still existed. However, this is because the teacher wanted to review the materials given in the asynchronous learning. The use of breakout room in a Zoom session promoted student interaction. So this actually benefited the students, such as students can maintain their conversation while they are having practice in the breakout room, and then students could try new language. They also apply and reflect on the lessons or vocabulary or expression that they have just learned. And then students also get to socialize, and yeah, students could decrease the anxiety while they practice the language. Uh, the following finding is that the main room of Zoom can be used by the teachers to promote student interaction, in which the teacher let the students uh, give the peer feedback, such as a student will give feedback to student performing. So yeah, the utilization of the main room could really help to improve student interaction, especially in giving feedback. The following is that the understanding of teacher's role, such as a facilitator and then as a monitor, could really help the teachers to better design activities for engaging student interaction. Plus, there is a problem using the online learning, that is the internet connection. However, this can be solved by a teacher extending the synchronous, or the teacher could also utilize the asynchronous task by letting the students recording their videos by using Zoom or using the voice notes. So let's come to the conclusion. So the synchronous teaching speaking Zoom using Zoom during pandemic COVID-19 could be potential to promote student interaction, and then the interaction as the heart of communication really brings some benefits to the learning and also to the teachers, and the tasks given in the prior activities are really helpful for students to get ready for the interaction during the Zoom session. And plus, further research is suggested for student interaction during the synchronous learning. This mini research could be very helpful for input for the teachers to improve their understanding of students' interaction, and for teachers to design activities that can promote student interaction during pandemic COVID-19. That's all from me. I am welcoming your questions. Thank you.